So let's have a look at my team currently and have a discussion about what plans I have in terms of moves I'm going to make this game week. So here is my team currently. This could end up being a tricky one. Looking around at other content creators, seems to be there's quite a lot of people going with free hit this week, and a lot have also got triple captain. So that I want to try and attack it as best I can, but yeah, I think I've just got to stick to my guns and hope I don't fall too far if people's free hit teams and triple captains come in with a great points total. So more or less happy with this team long term, but there's a couple of moves I'm gonna be looking at making over the next few game weeks. So biggest move, and the one I absolutely want to make this week is Thiago in for Kruppi Jr. So that is what I will look at, and as you can see there, I need to free up 1.1 million to make that happen. Looking at my midfield, so basically I went from I believe it was Voltemade to Kruppi to enable me to bring in Mbeumo, and within a few weeks I am going to have two players from my midfield heading off to AFCON. So I'm not planning on moving Mbeumo, and I don't want to sell Saka. I know Sarr hasn't scored or assisted in the Premier League. He's done it in like the Cups and in the Conference League, but not in the Premier League. The temptation is there to make that the guy I sacrifice, but I just know if I do that, he's gonna score against United. Now looking at, say, Semenyo, as I said before, he's going to be back this game week, but I don't know, Bournemouth's fixtures over the next 4, they don't look amazing. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so in the next 4, it's away at Sunderland, which is tricky. Then you've got home to Everton, which is decent, and then home to Chelsea, and then home. Where is it? Away at United. So away at United is game week 16. Not sure if that's going to be when the AFCON players head away, or whether it will be the weekend after. We'll have to see the lay of the land later on there. So one move I am strongly considering is taking Semenyo out for Doku. As you can see, that will use up all my budget. I'm going to take a 4-point hit this week. That's just happening. But Doku is playing really well. His expected assists is one of the best in the league, and up against Leeds at home, it's really, really tempting to try and get a second City attacker to try and pile on the points in a fixture they're expected to score a lot of goals. I mean, Arsenal scored 5 at home against Leeds. I can see City at least matching that. And yeah, very brief captain discussion while we're here. It's going to be Haaland, isn't it? Like, Thiago has Burnley at home, but I think you've just got to go Haaland, and yeah, it's got to be. So that's one of the options. I think this is probably the one I'm leaning towards most, but there's a couple other options I could also go for. This one would be keeping Semenyo and swapping out Sarr for Donyell Malen. Now, Donyell Malen scored 2 goals during the week, and with Ollie Watkins' struggles in front of goal, and given Malen is a midfielder in the game, that could be a sneaky option. At only 5.1 million, you know, he has scored more goals than Ollie Watkins this season, so that could be a sort of sneaky sideway in. He's wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have him on the bench as well at that value. Yeah. The risk there is that, you know, I'm taking Sarr out when he could return, but you could do that with any player. So that is something I'm genuinely thinking about. I can't quite get to Rodgers at a -4 without selling either Saka or Mbeumo. So, speaking of Rodgers, by taking a -8, which is I question whether that's worth it. But I could, for example, bring in Thiago for Krupi, take out Semenyo for Rodgers, and then go from Nick Pope down to a 4.7 million and below. I've got sells here. Forest under Dyche are very, very robust, perfectly capable of keeping clean sheets, so maybe I'll actually get some clean sheet points from my goalkeeper at any game week this season if I make this move. It's a big risk. I'm not sure it's gonna bang the way I want it to. And I'd need to have a exceptional game week to offset the -8. But yeah, it's something to think about. Something to think about for sure. I will be back with another video in the morning with my final team selection when I've made up my mind. But as far as this one goes, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. If this was your team, which of the options would you do, or would you do something completely different? Let me know. Let's have a chat about it in the comments. And what are you planning on doing this weekend? All right. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Cheers.